All right, guys, welcome back to the channel where I sit with you every single week and we stack Bitcoin together. All right, guys, this is going to be a budgeting video. We're going to make sure that we're keeping up to speed with the consistent buys, the budgeting. As you guys know, I automate all my buys via River. And so far, we've accumulated since May 18th of 2025, which is when I started this channel. You can see here the start date, journey start date. We've accumulated since that time 0.148334 Bitcoin. You guys can see it right here. Total BTC holdings, current BTC holdings is also noted down here. It's all done via the sheet where it's showing how much we've accumulated since we first started buying. I've been buying consistently for this entire journey. I have now posted every single week, and that's just my bad, guys. I just haven't. With the automated buys, I kind of fell off a little bit, but I'm going to be more consistent here, posting videos weekly with you guys along with some other content. So with that being said, we're continuing to buy. We're continuing to do our thing. We are staying active and staying disciplined even through the bear market. There is a lot of excitement lately happening because a lot of people are calling for a serious supply shock with MicroStrategy buying as much as they're buying. I mean, they're gobbling up 70 days worth of newly minted Bitcoin or newly mined Bitcoin in one single buy, and that doesn't include the Black Rocks of the world that are buying up Bitcoin as well. So a lot of people are calling for a supply shock that's going to come in shortly. I don't know, guys. Nobody knows. I've heard these stories for years already. Oh, Bitcoin's going to 1 million and there's going to be God candles and Omega candles and all this crazy shit. None of it matters. It's all a bunch of noise. If you get too high on things and they don't pan out, they make the lows even harder. So it's just staying even keel, guys. Stay even keel. Stay the course. Keep your head down. Stack what you can based off of your personal budget, and that's the best way to do this, guys. Just DCA. And now, especially when things are down, is when you've got to double down, stay hard in this. Stay hard. Stay consistent. Stay doing what you've got to do, and don't worry about the noise. Don't get overly excited, but don't get overly down either when Bitcoin goes down. People are also saying Bitcoin's going to go below 40 again. I don't know. And let me tell you, if it does, I'll be excited about that. I will probably double up what I'm doing here, and I'll move some money around and be able to pick up more at that rate. But for the time being, Bitcoin is around $77,000. You have here the current BTC price again. And guys, if you're using my sheet, this does have the live Bitcoin price, and it updates every 10, 20 minutes or so. But if you ever just want to see it refresh, all you just do is click the refresh button, and then you'll see it update here from 77,490 to 502. So really cool little feature of the sheet. Again, guys, if you want the sheet, it's always in the links in the descriptions. And it's an absolutely free sheet. All you got to do is put your email. And guys, I don't spam you. I don't send emails. I don't send newsletters or anything like that. You're literally just putting your email and you're getting this sheet. There's no other way for me to send it to you. I don't know you guys, so if you just put your email, it'll automatically send you this sheet. You open it up and you can start playing with it and following along on these videos. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and log in our newest buy that we just did last week on April 19th. I want to show you guys because I do like to be as transparent as I can on this channel. Here is my buy. It was for 200 on April 19th. The buy was set at $76,321.90 right here on April 19th. My next buy is scheduled for tomorrow. I'll probably do another video tomorrow just to keep up with everything. But it is scheduled for tomorrow for another $200. And again, the way that I calculated that $200 was based off of my leftover cash flow. Remember? So keep that in mind, guys. After paying rent, phone, car insurance, the whole thing, my gas, my groceries, my other investments, which include IRAs and all that, I had a leftover cash flow of $828. I'm taking $800 of that cash and I'm investing it into Bitcoin with $200 weekly buys. All right, so that's how that works out. That's why I'm doing $800 buys every single week. I'm sorry, $200 buys every single week, $800 buys a month. That's just for this month. Again, at the beginning of next month, we'll do an update on the sheet and we will go through my budget again. Hopefully you guys follow along and you can do your budget as well. All right, so let's go ahead and log in this last buy we had for 419, 2026, $200. There is no fee. Again, guys, I love River. These fees can accumulate really quickly. As you start to do more and more buys, you guys, as you see, I go up here. I started with Gemini. I used Kraken for a while. Kraken was killing me on the fees. Then I started doing Strike, but the thing with Strike is it's more mobile friendly. I like Strike. I like Jack Mahler's. It is mobile friendly and you can do free recurring buys, but I like to do this on my computer, on my laptop, so you guys can see it happening. And then all of these were via River. And anytime you make a change, guys, in River has to update. It's no longer a recurring buy. That's why I've got these fees that pop up here every once in a while. But for right now, since we've kept it at 200 for quite a bit of time, there are no fees. All right. So no fees. My buy price was 76,321.90. And that puts me there, guys. I want to, that's all you got to do to update the sheet if you're following along. I do want to make a comment because I had been saying a few things about this weighted average price. This weighted average before was pulling the incorrect price because it was not calculating for all the new buys. So actually my weighted average Bitcoin price, I think I had mentioned it was like 70 something last week. I was actually in the 90s when you take the average of all of this. And there was something that hadn't been calculated correctly. I think it was the sum. It was not pulling all the way through 250. It wasn't pulling all the way through here. So when you work on this sheet, what you'd want to do here is every time you add, you're just going to go ahead and put the next cell. So I had up until 58 last week. Now I'm going to put 59 and put that in, and then that'll update this weighted average. All right. So let's see that again. It's at 96. And then I just bought now at 70 something, and now we're at 97. All right. We're pushing it down as we go, little by little, and hopefully getting it further down while Bitcoin is in this little bear market. All right, guys, that's that. Our new Bitcoin accumulation so far is 0.150954. We're almost at the next goal of 0.2. We are 75% of the way there, and we should be there. Let's see how much longer. If we were to keep with this pace, months remaining to target. It says here we would be by the month end at 0.16. And so it would take us about another couple months, 1.24 months. I don't think that's right. I got to double check that. But we are almost at that 0.12, guys. 0.2. So continue to trug along and keep going, guys. This is when you've got to keep your head, stay the course. Keep your head down, stay the course, and keep stacking. It's when things are a little bit shaky. Nobody wants to talk about Bitcoin. It's kind of, taboo until, it starts to rip again and everybody gets excited, and that's when you want to kind of pull back a little bit. But for right now, guys, this is the time. This is why I made this channel, was for these moments when things were difficult, things are hard. It's hard to stay consistent and week to week and continue to buy. And people will say that you got lucky later, right? But it's not luck. It's sitting here and doing this every single week is not easy, especially when you're down. Right now, guys, I'm gonna want to be fully transparent with you guys. I am losing my ass, right? Look at all these losses I've piled up on because we were buying Bitcoin up in the 100s, which is fine, right? So right now, yeah, I'm sitting at a loss of $3,000, right, of everything that I've invested. I don't care. I'm not stressed about it. It doesn't bother me. I've seen worse with Bitcoin, okay? My conviction is that Bitcoin will be at 200,000, and at that point, then we'll start talking about the profits that I've got, right? But it's hard to sit through this every single day, look at that, and be like, oh, that's tough. That sucks. I can't believe what could I have done with $3,000. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because in the long term, ultimately, this is money that I had left over monthly cash flow after all my investments and all my things. So I know in the long term it'll pay itself off. It'll be worth it, because I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I'm not talking out of non-experience. I've seen it happen. I've been investing in Bitcoin since early 2020, and so I've done the ride before, right? I was buying, at the last tops in the 40,000s and the 50,000s, and then it crashed down to 16,000, and I saw my portfolio get decimated, and then it blew back. And when the buys that I did at 40,000, when Bitcoin was at 125,000, looked really freaking smart and looked really good. And ultimately, those buys still today are profitable. So I'm not worried about it at all. And that's kind of my little rant for today. But all right, guys, thank you so much. If you like what we're doing here, make sure you like, subscribe, follow along, guys. Again, this is more so a community to sit together and stack Bitcoin together and make sure that we're building our wealth together. I want to be very clear. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes. There's nothing about this that is financial advice. But with that being said, thank you guys so much. Again, like, subscribe. It helps the algorithm. It does that whole thing. You guys know the spiel. Have a good one, guys.